The Browns added Kareem Hunt, guys, and of course that is a very controversial signing after that video of him shoving and kicking a woman at a downtown Cleveland hotel. So let's just talk about this signing a little bit. And Mary Kay, what did you think of the Browns' decision to sign Kareem Hunt?
Well, I've given this a lot of thought over the past 24 hours, and I've come to the conclusion that I do believe that people deserve second chances. I believe that John Dorsey knows this young man well enough to believe that he's worth saving. And I think that if the Browns can help him become a really productive member of society in this community, that if he can go out there and help people instead of hurting them, then I think that can be a victory for the Browns.
I agree that guys deserve second chances. In my mind, though, this is a video that came out 2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago. He really didn't start to show a lot of remorse for it until the video came out. I'm just not sure why they had to sign Kareem Hunt and why they had to do it right now. It seems like this is something they could have waited to do. Even if some other team ends up getting him, you're pretty good at the running back position. I think they could have waited on this to kind of see how things played out.
And it's kind of curious that they went into the offseason with no obvious need at running back. Of all the moves they could have made at this point, that's what stuck out to me, that you have Nick Chubb, who really emerged as a budding star, and you have Duke Johnson, who does a lot of great things on third down and in the passing game. How does Kareem Hunt fit into that? How it seems like you're kind of wedging him into an offense that's kind of looking for an identity, because you have a new offensive coordinator, you're meshing a few different backgrounds into this offense. So that's what kind of stood out as kind of a curious thing, off-field issues aside. How does Kareem Hunt really fit into this offense, and is it a necessary piece?
I do believe that if you have a really good football player, you can find a way to get him on the field and have him contribute. I think he'll do that in the run game and the passing game. But I wanted to add very quickly, when I talk about him being a productive member of society, what I mean by that is going out into the schools and helping children, going and working with women's groups and making sure that, that people understand that this is never going to happen again, and doing all sorts of community service to show that he has truly changed.
And then, of course, he's got to get back on the field because he's going to face a suspension. We don't know how long that suspension is going to be, if there's going to be time served from last year. We don't even know when he's going to be on the field for the Cleveland Browns. And this is a lot to throw on a first-time head coach's plate, to have to deal with bringing in a guy like Kareem Hunt. This could become a distraction for him. And if something happens again and the Browns have to move on from him, that's going to be difficult for Freddie Kitchens to have to deal with.
Well, I think one of the things that John Dorsey was thinking about when he made this move was the fact he did something similar in Kansas City with Tyreek Hill. And when we talk about egregious, you would almost be able to say that what Tyreek Hill did was even worse than what we saw on that video, although there was no video of Tyreek Hill punching and choking his then pregnant girlfriend. He has since turned his life around, and it's all expunged, and he's been an asset to the community in Kansas City, and I think that John Dorsey saw that that worked out well.
And John Dorsey has said over and over again he's a believer in second chances. He cites his faith, obviously, in that as well. I know a lot of Browns fans are believers in second chances right now, too. We'll just have to see kind of how this all plays out over the next few months and really the next year.